Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the FamVestor podcast. I'm your host, Sonny Burns.
And I'm your co-host, Sunmarie Burns.
Feels like a while since we've done this.
We've just been doing a lot of stuff.
Yes, it has been a very busy past couple weeks. We are without a kitchen for the last couple of weeks, so...
Right, we happened upon an awesome kitchen cabinet set, and we're like, I guess that means we're doing our kitchen now. So we just ripped the whole thing out and went full force into this project, and it's been grueling, but I really look forward to the finished result.
Yeah, Sunmarie was browsing in Habitat for Humanity Restore, and it was 20% off day, so saw that 20-piece set of white shaker cabinets, and
gently used.
Rest is history.
Mm-hmm. Had to have it.
Yeah. So we demoed the whole kitchen in one day, rented the dumpster. It was $500 for like 2 or 3 weeks. And demoed the whole thing, and now we've installed the electric. We've patched,
put in the plumbing,
put in the drywall, and spackling now. So I think we have to do one last coat of spackle, put up some paint, then we can put in
the fun part. The kitchen goes together. Yeah.
So it'll be exciting. We'll have to order the stone, so that might take some time.
Right.
But we're getting there. But we've been eating very simplistically and
still managing to cook at home more than I thought we would, so I'm pretty proud of us.
We kept the stove plugged in, so
and the fridge plugged in.
Yeah. So we're managing.
Yeah, it's just more like camping cookout style. We have like one pot and one pan.
Yeah.
Paper plates.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm recording the whole thing, so if you're interested in kitchen renovations, we're sharing tips on how we're doing it on the cheap, and yeah, it'll be exciting. So check out the YouTube channel, youtube.com/FamVestor. We just reached 1,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel, so that's exciting. We have some cool videos on there. Just published one today on how to fit 3 car seats in a compact sedan in our Honda Fit, actually. So if you were wondering about having a third child and whether you need to upgrade it to a minivan, wonder no longer. Just watch the YouTube video.
It is possible.
It is possible. Hey, you're giving away the secrets. They gotta watch it.
Or is it possible?
Or is it? We have a cool ski video. I really like that ski video. We took the kids skiing last Sunday again, too, and we're all the way in mid-March, so I'm thinking about taking them again this Sunday. Mm-hmm. They're doing really good. No leash this time. They're just both the 4-year-old and 5-year-old just going down the whole mountain. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty spectacular.
It is. It's so rewarding.
It is.
One season, seeing them go from complete beginner to being able to handle their own on a whole slope.
Yeah. Soon we'll be skiing Colorado mountains.
Maybe in a few years.
Yeah, but it's exciting. Yeah. What else? Yeah, today was all day. So we're getting rid of this dumpster, right? We had this huge dumpster, and it was like halfway filled, and we're like, okay, we've been wanting to clean up the backyard.
Well, it would be a waste to return a dumpster only halfway filled. We have to get our money's worth out of this thing, right? So we went out in the backyard, and we're like, there's a bunch of construction debris.
It's amazing what people just dump around the lake. Like there is, today we pulled out an engine. Like it was not maybe like a lawnmower engine, but an engine that was just sitting in a swimming lake, and then there was a rusty old tricycle. We pulled out parts from a wheelbarrow, and just like we pulled out like a wall.
A piece
wall.
of wall, and we pulled out sheets of tile flooring.
Yeah.
That was never installed. It was just dumped there.
People just go and just dump this stuff.
And
I don't understand.
4 or 5 huge black garbage bags full of plastic bottles and cans.
Just bring it to the street. And
seriously.
Our county in Morris County, it's so easy to dump. It's available to private citizens. You just go there, they weigh your car in and out, and they just charge you for it. Don't dump it in the lake.
I know. So we did a massive lake cleanup today.
And the kids helped, so that was part of their homeschool curriculum today,
Environmental stewardship.
Right, and they did it good. Honestly, it was raining today too, and they were out there for hours.
Right. We had fun with it.
Yeah.
It was kind of a challenge to get it all, and it was very rewarding to see an area that had been pretty trashed and not cared for in years.
Right.
turn into now a natural, beautiful habitat as it should be, untouched, where you look at it and it's just leaves and trees and greenery, not garbage.
Right.
And so it was a very rewarding experience. And also extremely
exhausting.
It was a lot of work.
And that's why we might be looking a little tired today.
If you're watching this.
Right. Anyway, we have a good show that we have not talked about. Yeah, it's good. We're going to be talking about 10 habits, 10 actions you can take within your marriage, within your relationship to really just boost things up. And anyway, there's like 10 key things that we do within our marriage that really we feel like had brought positivity, fun, connection, harmony
to our relationship.
Right. And I feel like harmony is really underrated. It's really, I don't know, we just look around and it's hard to find that harmony sometimes. And I feel like, doing these 10 things can really bring that harmony back. And yeah, marriage is so much better when there's harmony.
It's so true.
Well, yeah, I feel like, yeah. Anyway, without further ado, let's get to the show.
You're listening to the FamVestor podcast. If you're looking to raise your family with intention, gain financial independence, and live a life of true freedom, you're in the right place. Join us as we explore together how to create thriving families, because strong families are the cornerstone for a world at peace.
Okay, welcome back, everyone. So, the first
habit of our
harmonious
10
marriage.
Harmonious.
We haven't made the title for this show yet, but it's coming.
Happy couple habits.
Happy couple habits. I like it. Let's see if we can fit that into the text block there. First one. Go to bed at the same time. And, I didn't really even think this was a habit. I thought this was like a normal thing. Mm-hmm. I recently polled like a dad group, and it was about like split, like maybe 40% went to bed at the same time, like almost every time. And then like 50% never went to bed together at the same time. And then 10% was like, sometimes we do.
Right. And it's astounding. I had no idea that this wasn't a given.
Right.
I spoke to a lot of friends as well, and I found out, wow, they don't go to bed together every single night.
Right.
Which for us is like a no-brainer. Like on the rare occasion that we don't go to bed together because one of us has to get something done, it's very unsettling. Yeah, it's an unsettling night's sleep. It's hard to get to sleep, and
yeah, for both of us, like it's really hard. I don't know now, like being married 10. What are we?
Today's our 9-year anniversary.
9-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary, yes.
Yes, it's been a nice anniversary where we were lugging garbage all day long
in the rain.
In the rain.
It's a lovely thing to do on your anniversary.
Oh yeah. So.
But yeah, back to our point. I think that it has been so key in our relationship, just in our like security in our connection with one another, to know that we go to bed together.
Right.
And it's important in a bunch of levels. For the first level, it's important because, you go to bed together, so you feel sort of the closeness and the comfort and the emotional support that, you're together with your spouse. Right. And that is really reassuring.
Right.
They don't have more important things than ending their day with you.
Right. But I think especially once you have kids, it's even more crucial. And I think a lot of times when you have kids, that's when people stop going to bed together, Mm-hmm. Oh, the baby's keeping me awake. I need my sleep because I got to wake up early. So you take care of the baby in another room and I'll go to sleep later and whatever. Right. And I think that's really a shame because especially, the kids are hanging on us all day long. We really don't have more than 2 minutes to have a private conversation together. But when we go to bed at night together, that's usually when we take the time to really connect, mm-hmm. see how the day went, how we're feeling, and just talk to each other.
Right.
And when you go to bed together, that opportunity just naturally arises, and that's usually when we check in with each other. I have friends I talk to, and they usually have like business meetings with their spouse, and I think that's a really great idea. And they're like, I can't believe you guys don't do business meetings. Like, how do you guys manage? And I think, we have like a daily business meeting every single night. We just talk to each other and we think about, what's going to go on tomorrow and the next week.
And how was the day? What were your struggles? What were you proud of?
What do you need more help on tomorrow? And I think it is crucial. It is critical in our relationship.
To be heard and understood, and also to know that there's someone there for you, whether you had a good day or a bad day, they're with you by your side.
Right.
And it just helps you be on the same page too,
right.
where you're not living separate lives under the same roof, but
right.
you're actually in complete harmony. You check in and you take that time to align yourselves with each other.
Right. And we go to sleep at the same time, but we don't necessarily wake up at the same time. Usually I'm definitely up
you're an earlier riser
than Sunmarie for sure.
You start work earlier and you just like getting up earlier.
Yeah.
I like sleeping in.
Yeah. But it definitely, I feel like, just going to sleep, that's just like something we just do. It's not a question. We always just,
Yeah, and it's been, I feel like, really key in our harmony as a couple, just being on the same page.
I think we're belaboring this point too much, but also when we go to bed, sure, sometimes we'll just turn off the light right away, but that's not the usual. We have a stack of books that we might read a couple pages of together, the same book that we read aloud to each other. We're working through right now still the happiness book, which I'm getting tired of, but we're reading it.
It's pretty good though. It's a good book. It's called The Happiness is a Serious Problem by
Dennis Prager.
And it's very interesting.
Interesting
perspective.
Okay, we gotta get through this.
Okay. So point number 2.
But we do other things too, like Sudoku we've been doing, so an activity that we can end with that's fun. What else do we do? We have questions. We have a list of 3,000 questions. This book called 3,000 Questions About Me. So we ask questions to each other sometimes.
Yeah. We'll brainstorm about,
like what
we want to
vacation
accomplish,
where
we want to go, what we want to become, what we want to do.
Yeah. So again, what's your point? Anyway, okay, next point.
I thought you wanted to get through this.
Yes, I did, and we are. Okay, next point is sleep naked together. We think this is an awesome habit. Recently, it's been super cold, and I feel like we fell a little bit out of it, but we had a good streak of a couple months sleeping naked together. And I think it's a really good habit. Yeah.
I mean, it builds closeness as a couple, and just like...
It's just nice to
comfort.
Feel some warmth,
right.
Some skin-on-skin contact.
There's a big difference between warmth through clothing and warmth from skin to skin.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, no, I think it definitely brings you closer together, and
there's something just about the like physical touch that subconsciously is soothing and comforting, and I think does help reinforce kind of the couple's closeness together. So we do recommend that. We think it's a healthy habit for couples to practice as long as it's within their comfort zone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next one is holding hands, and that's, I don't know, even right now, we're holding hands.
I feel like when you're first getting to know each other in your couple, you're super into, I just want to hold their hands, and I want to hug them, and I just want to constantly, have them, in some way holding me or me holding them. But I feel like as the years go by, it's easy to kind of put that habit aside, and then all of a sudden you do it less and less, and it really is a unifying practice to hold each other's hands when you're out in public walking together, when you're at home watching TV,
even driving in the car. I feel like we're always holding hands. I feel like it comes pretty naturally to us, but maybe it's just a habit that we've just never let go of.
Right. And I feel like it's a really nice thing because if you know that you're in an uncomfortable social situation, someone's holding your hands, they can give you a gentle, press with their thumb, then they've got my back. They know I'm nervous, but they're here for me, and it just gives you that reassurance. And a lot can be said through holding hands.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very important, critical one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, that's that connection and that harmony. So our fourth point is to leave sticky notes for each other. I'd say we aren't great at this, but we do it every once in a while. And when it happens, it's nice. It's a nice surprise. And you don't have to do it on the birthday or this or that. You can just pick a random Tuesday and just leave a sticky note on your spouse's lunch or something like that. Or
the other day I came downstairs and I found a sticky note right in the refrigerator by the eggs. And it just said, Sunmarie, thank you so much for taking care of our family. I love you so much. And you know what? That just started my day off on such a positive, happy note. And it really goes a long way. Just taking a couple seconds to jot down a sweet, kind sentiment and putting it somewhere, where your spouse can feel that genuine sincerity.
I think I made a stick figure family too on it, right?
It was very cute.
Yeah.
You're really good at doing the sticky notes. I need to get better at it.
Yeah.
But especially for me and anyone out there who's like a words of affirmation person, having a little note just jotted down and put where you can see it goes miles in terms of
I think it's still in the refrigerator a couple weeks later now.
Because I haven't wanted to take it down. Every time I open the fridge, it makes me happy. Yeah. It can go a long way.
Okay, fifth point, speak respectfully to each other.
This is so important.
I think it is huge.
It is huge.
It is huge.
So often I see couples bickering.
And it's painful to hear.
Or kind of almost talking in an insulting manner to one another.
Or sarcastic, like sarcasm, I think. Like people say, like, you want to marry your best friend and you want to be, friends, but I feel like in marriage you want this respect. You can't really, and I feel like sarcasm especially is so biting. You can have that with friends. You can be sarcastic with your best friend or whatever, but
because it doesn't exactly carry through your entire life. But if you know that this person you live with doesn't like this aspect of who you are, it hurts deeply.
Right. Yeah. I think, in the marriage, you need that respect. Mm-hmm. Respect for one another. And if you're constantly undermining each other, you're constantly insulting each other, you're constantly being sarcastic.
Each other.
Or, just whining, complaining to each other. I feel like
nagging.
It's
detrimental. It just tires out the love. It tires out the warm fuzzies for one another because, nobody wants to be harangued about every little detail, when they misstep in their day, because everybody's going to make choices constantly all day long. Some of them will be the right ones. Some of them will be, maybe I shouldn't have done that. You don't need someone constantly looking over your shoulder and telling you, why'd you do that?
Yeah. Well, and you can be corrected or you can be shown but it's like to be spoken to in a respectful manner. Mm-hmm. That's, I think, the main key point. Right.
If you're going to make a suggestion, make sure it's constructive talking and not diminutive. Yeah, not going to hurt a person's feelings.
Right. No, I think that's key, especially, just for that healthy, harmonious marriage where you are heard, you are respected, and you guys are equal contributors to that relationship.
And that your spouse gives you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
So the next one we have is to keep in touch during the day. This is pretty important, especially when spouses are working away from the home and you don't get to see each other except in the mornings and the evenings. I mean, if you think about it, majority of your waking hours for a person who works a 9-to-5 job is spent away from family in a building with people that they just work with. They're not married to them. They're not their kids. They're not, investing into these people is not investing into their family. And so it's important to make sure you keep the home relationships alive during that time. And I think that it's so healthy to just call each other or texting works too. Emailing works fine as well. But definitely a call is a lot more because you have that voice connection where you can hear each other's mood and emotion, like whether they're having a good day, a rough day, a happy day, a bad day. And
I was pretty good about that when I was in the office.
Yeah.
Once a day, usually around lunchtime. Right,
whenever you get a break. And it just puts you on the same page so that when they come home in the evening, you all come home to reconvene. You aren't strangers to each other, not knowing what the other did all day long, but you actually are like, so how'd that turn out? You have a kind of like a launching point to start talking and reconnecting in the evening.
Next point is date night. And, I wish we were better. It's been hard with COVID to find babysitters. Yeah. We've been relying on our parents for babysitting, but usually, we're like, oh, we got to, demo this kitchen, so can you babysit? We need to take more time.
For just personal investment. Right. It's easier to ask for help when we have a unpleasant task to get done.
Yeah.
Rather than, oh, we want to go have a night of fun, so can you watch the kids?
But we do have a strategy to make this better for ourselves, so we're going to implement that too. And our goal is once a month. I think ideally it would be once a week, but realistically for us right now, it's once a month on the 15th. We want to go on date nights.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a recharge. You go out, do something fun, date each other. Don't let the love from the early years fade. It doesn't have to. You wear your grungy clothes all week and you're cleaning the laundry and whatever, but at least once a month, you can dress up, you can look pretty for your spouse, you can go out and have a fun night together and just kind of set the sparks off and reconnect in a youthful, one-on-one way without all the burdens of a home life following you around.
Yeah. Next point is massage each other. And we usually probably tonight we'll be massaging each other after this hard day.
We are so sore from lugging all that garbage today. Man.
Sunmarie gave me a really nice massage. I think 2 nights ago I did a really intense workout. We had a workout competition with some guys, and it was 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 burpees, 40 pull-ups. It was intense, and I was in pain. I'm still in pain. It's 5 days later. And then after lugging all those rocks today, still more pain. But anyway, massage each other. My brother does this really cool thing where him and his spouse compare screen time. And whoever has the less screen time on their iPhones that day, if one has 3 hours and another has 2 hours, the person with more screen time has to massage the person with less screen time. And I think that's a great strategy.
It's good incentive, and it's also a nice reward to know that somebody's going to get a massage every day.
Right, but also just keeping each other accountable with the screen time, which is run rampant with everybody.
But again, it's one of those things, the personal skin-to-skin connection, the gentle touch says a lot. It says, I'm there for you, I care about you, I love you.
Right.
And I don't need to say it in words, I can just express it, through how I touch you.
And if you are bad at massages, in the show notes, I'm going to put a YouTube video on a massage. It's a 20-minute massage that I gave Sunmarie, and it's not just I just followed massage? I just followed the YouTube tutorial and step by step, and I just massaged her with the laptop right next to me, and I'm just following the steps, and she loved it. So
it was a good one. Yeah. So if you aren't good at it, you can always learn how to be good at it.
Yeah.
And the more you do it, the better you become.
Okay, next one is the 8th or 9th one, is have sex at least twice a week. And, it just kind of comes natural to us. I feel like, we go 3 or 4 days and we're just kind of starting to put the moves on each other. And I'd say we average probably between 2 and 3 times a week. But I think it's very important to keep that alive because,
I think if you go long periods of time without connecting in that way, it starts to get... Your relationship can get a little stagnant and you get used to just not connecting in that way.
Right.
And it is healthy for, the relationship to have that kind of personal connection.
Right. Like we were just talking about friends, and yeah, it's awesome to be best friends with your spouse. But, sex is one of the few, or if not only, activities that only you and your spouse can perform with each other. And that's exclusive to your couple, your relationship that you don't share with anyone else.
It's a beautiful blessing that you've been granted, in this relationship. And so it's something that shouldn't be taken for granted, I guess.
Yeah. Don't squander that opportunity. Cherish it.
Yeah.
So next point, which is either 9 or 10, we might be shoving one extra in there.
11 points, an extra bonus point.
But we're gonna title it 10 because 10 is
It's a nice round number.
It is. So you're getting bonuses. Okay, a 10th one is share activities together. And, we mentioned some activities already, like playing Sudoku at night or reading. But we also, we love to cook together in our kitchen, which is in shambles.
We still do it. But when our kitchen is not in shambles, it's certainly a lot more fun. And we've had fun, like, challenging ourselves to try new recipes. He's got this YouTube one-pot pasta that he loves making.
Shrimp pasta. The guy is hilarious. What do you call, what was this thing?
A fish with a bow tie. No, a shrimp with a bow tie.
Maybe a fish with a bow tie.
Sophisticated. We butchered that. Anyway.
But the video goes so fast I have to replay it over and over, and then so somebody's heard this joke 20 times.
It has nice elevator music, so I enjoy it in the background.
Anyway, cook together. We were doing that HelloFresh thing. I think we mentioned that before on the podcast, but that was another way that we can just kind of experience something new together and make something wonderful.
Evening walks together after your meal. We love doing that, especially in better weather. It's really healthy. It's a healthy habit. It's nice to just take that time out together from the hecticness of your life to
and
let
the family go out there too, and usually they can run a little wild.
And you can kind of get a little break.
Yeah.
We love bike riding together, exercising together, playing good old-fashioned board games together when we get the opportunity. Now that the kids are getting a little older, it's becoming reintroduced back into our life, which we're really excited about.
One thing I'm really excited about is we just signed up for a volleyball league. We played together for the first time last week. It's on Monday nights, usually between 8 and 9 p.m. And it's after, we put the kids down to sleep. And Sunri's mom actually has been coming over, and she's agreed to sleep over every Monday night to watch the kids while we go play volleyball together. And, for some reason, not a huge volleyball player. I love volleyball, but we've been training each other and we've been bumping and practicing.
And it's fun. The things you do together probably lend themselves to one partner more than the other, but there is no reason why you shouldn't try to do something that your spouse really enjoys doing.
Right. Like
the other day you went with me to an Irish dance social.
A Ceilidh.
It's called a Ceilidh. And that was really cool. Not your thing necessarily, but I really appreciated that you went and did that with me, Yeah. And, doing these activities together just build all those common experiences that you can remember for the rest of your life as moments you spent together and you can cherish.
Right. Yeah, we're always going hiking together, camping together, traveling together. We're just doing everything together. Together. Okay. The last point, number 11, your bonus, is just sharing in a common mission.
Something greater than yourselves and your family.
Whether that's volunteering, for a number of years we were on the same youth ministry staff team, volunteering in that way.
We did a young families ministry for a couple of years.
Yeah, just couples outings, and then we did for older couples with children. We did a
pancake breakfast and family weekly talk.
Yeah. And we've done a number of things. Even this podcast we kind of feel like is our common mission, where we try to teach values of building strong families and teaching people about ways to build those strong families,
have that best possible life.
Have that financial freedom, have great relationships, and really just make the most of your life and live it in a way that is in integrity with who you want to be, and just an awesome life.
Right. So that one day when you look back at it all, you have no regrets and you love every moment that you can recall.
Yeah.
So those are our 10 points plus bonus points that we have for you guys. We hope that some of them are inspiring you to perhaps try something that you don't usually do. Maybe you do all of these things but want to do them more frequently. We just hope that you got some inspiration and encouragement from this episode and can revamp your marriage through implementing these tips that we have found work in our life. Right. And if you have any great marriage tips that you'd like to share, we would love to hear from you too.
Yeah, shoot us over a comment, shoot us over an email.
Yeah.
Sunny@FamVestor.com.
Yeah. So with that, we thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode.
And I just want to say, just don't take each other for granted. You know, you have one marriage, you have one spouse. Invest in it. Become a FamVestor. With that, Godspeed. Have a good week, everyone.